Hi guys, and welcome back to the Afro Boss Lady Show. This is your host Jenny. I'm just trying to make sure everything is working fine. So today we're gonna have a special guest. Her name is Joly Tematio, and she's Cameroonian, just like me. And she's beautiful. She's really smart, and I really wanted her to be on here so that you guys can really learn more about what she does. I've had so many people asking me the question, how can I actually do something online, and what is I can make more money, extra income. And that's why I had to actually have her be on here. This episode is gonna be really insightful. So if you have friends or people who are currently unemployed and people who are looking for ways to make extra income, she is the type of person you should be talking to. She's an expert. She's been in business for years, and I just wanted her to be on here. So we're going to start in a few seconds, and I'm going to go ahead and invite her. Hi, Joly. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. I think we're having a technical issue. I cannot hear you. This one is way better. Now I can hear you.
Okay, super.
Yeah, it's
That's
perfect.
awesome.
Yeah.
Let me
Welcome to the Afro Boss Lady Show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. I know we always have technical issues.
Yeah,
It happens, so don't worry. Um,
crazy.
so can you please tell my viewers, my followers, who you are and what you do?
Yeah, of course. So first of all, thank you so much for inviting me to this live interview. I am Joly Tematio. I am originally from Cameroon, where I grew up. I'm currently living in Germany, in which I moved about 3 years ago. I have a background in financial mathematics, so I've had a corporate job for about 2 years and a half before jumping right in and full time to the entrepreneurship world, which I've been doing since the beginning of this year full time. So I'm currently a digital marketer and a business coach, an online business coach. So I help aspiring and new entrepreneur find their voice and build a successful online business. So I do, and I also empower them
Nice.
through my YouTube videos and and my content.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, because
basically
you
what
have
I
a
do.
YouTube channel as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna get to that. But the first question that I wanted to ask you, because I think we had few instances where we're having beautiful conversation about both of our businesses, and I wanted to ask you why drove you into going full time online, and how were you able to actually build that business? So the why and how.
All right. The why was really strong because at some point, I mean, I actually grew up, having that ideal of, going to school, working extremely hard, having those great grades, and finding a job. So when I achieved all that, and when I started my corporate life, I realized that I was not fulfilled. It was just, I felt like there was something missing, and I wanted more, and I remember being at my desk and just thinking, is that all there is to life? Like, is this how I'm going to spend my rest of my life? And I was just not fulfilled. And I was giving so much, like putting in the hours, but I felt like I was underappreciated. I felt like I could give more, and I felt like it was not really my purpose. I was not completely at ease with myself while being at a corporate place. So when I started working back in 2018, I started looking for ways to generate income online. So I had a couple of ventures. So it was always, for me, the awakening moment was really when I started working for someone else. And I realized that I had a deep need in myself to become my own boss and to do my own thing. And yeah, so that was the awakening moment for me, really having something bigger, having some why, which was bigger than just going out and working for someone else for the rest of my life, and building something of my own, which I'll be proud of and which I will be helping, which will allow me to help people in a wider, capacity. So that's what the awakening moment
The
for me when I
why.
got started working for someone else. Basically, I was like, that's not for me. I need to
and,
escape.
and I think, yeah, and I think most entrepreneurs, most of the time it actually starts from there. I think most of us go with a job and then
Yeah.
we get to the place where we're not happy and we have to figure out why is it that what can we
Mm-hmm.
do in order to make it happen. So how
Absolutely.
did you get the whole thing started? Did you just quit and then the next day you were already working on your business, or were you actually working on your business in parallel to you having a job?
I started my business while still having my full-time job, because I didn't want to put all my eggs in the same basket, right? I wasn't, at the beginning, I was not too sure which road to take. I knew I wanted to build something of my own, but I was not sure of which business actually I needed to build. So I had back in 2018 when I got started, I tried a couple of ventures which were not successful. So I had my share of failures. And then in beginning of 2019, I really had this digital marketing thing, which I stumbled across by, like, really against all odds. But I really like the fact, like, all of the psychology, the persuasion, and all the business itself. So that's really what clicked for me, and what made me, like, I was like, yeah, this is what I want to be doing. And from that point onward, I started learning, I started implementing, and I started having some level of results. So now, back in September 19, I had already some momentum in my business. I was already bringing revenue, and I was thinking, now I'm working from 10, from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. for someone else. If I could just take that time and put in my business, it will
9
explode. I would
a.m.
have.
I'm sorry. Did you say 9 a.m. to 10 p.m.?
Yeah, because I worked as a financial analyst, and I was going for, and my manager was like, you are on top of my headline, or we are on top of my head for the manager promotion. So I want you, if you give me all, then I'm gonna get you there. So I was like, yeah, let's do this. So I was
Ah,
highly motivated to get to that place. But then I was looking at a couple of things in the corporate world which was not in line with myself, like the politics and all, everything that goes behind the scenes that you cannot really, like, the corporate lifestyle was not really for me. And there were a couple of instances in which I didn't feel valued. And I just felt like working this much. And for me, really, the breaking point was when my mom came in December to visit me, and I couldn't spend time with her because I was working so much. And I was like, this doesn't even make sense, because I haven't seen her in 5 years, and now she's here.
forever.
Yeah, I still have to go to the work and come back when she's about to sleep. It doesn't make sense. I don't want to be living this type of lifestyle. I need to really focus on doing something of my own. So that's really what. So I just thought, okay, I'm currently having some level of success. I'm currently bringing in revenue in my business. If I could just focus more time on working on that, I'm definitely gonna scale it to the next level. So that's what led me to then handing in my resignation letter in February, and then leaving my job in March. Yeah, so doing this full time now.
So by the time you left the job, you already had something that you were doing in the background.
Yeah.
So that's usually what I tell people as well. It's like you can jump, cold turkey. You can just jump and start all over, but
Mm-hmm.
most of the time, it's not really the safest for me, for example, because even
Mm-hmm.
when I wanted to quit, I didn't really quit because I was doing things in parallel. So I
Yeah.
had my 9 to 5 job, 8 to 5 job, and then on the other side, I was handling my businesses. But I do understand. So in that situation where people are losing their jobs and they're really trying to figure out how am I going to find the next gig, I want you to go into details what you do, but before that, when you started, what were some of the challenges that you encountered?
Mm. Okay. One of the biggest challenge for me was really defining what I really wanted to do. And I guess that's something which many people relate to when they get started with an online business. Usually they're a bit confused, and they are not too sure about which road to take. So that was the biggest one for me. And when finally I had an idea of what I wanted to do, then I was lacking the right guidance, right? Because I jumped into my first business venture, which I was actually designing and selling a physical product, leveraging Amazon. That was a complete failure because I didn't have the right guidance. I didn't know what I was doing. And of course, I end up losing time, money, and energy in something which didn't end up working. And then after that failure, I started doing something which was still in the digital marketing realm, but I was again doing it on my own because I wanted to figure figure it out because when you are young and you are like you have that entrepreneurial spirit and you think, okay, I have books, I have resources online, I can do it myself. So I went that road, and again I spent a couple of months spinning my wheels, being stuck and overwhelmed, not seeing any traction or whatsoever. So really for me the biggest challenge was having the right guidance, knowing what to do to keep to have to start having revenue, keep it coming in my business, and having actually um, something to show for all the effort what I was putting in the business itself. Because when you work on something and you have the family members and friends asking you, what are you doing exactly? Are you able to survive on that business?
Yeah.
And of course, it always feels a bit embarrassing to say no, I can't, because you are not doing the right things, right? So guidance and knowing what I wanted actually to do and jumping to the right business model were definitely the three biggest challenges which I had when I got started.
Okay. I have Mikowa that says she talks
So
very quick.
fast.
So
Okay, I'm
um,
gonna slow down a bit.
yeah, because some of my audience, I mean, they are French, so but they do understand English as well. But okay, so how can what did you learn from those challenges? Is there any challenge that you feel like um this should be something that somebody should learn before they actually jump into doing their own business, doing their own online business? What is something that you would say was a challenge, and most people may actually encounter that challenge if they go into your field?
hmm Okay. One of the biggest challenge, or one of the biggest lesson that I've learned, and which I think many young aspiring entrepreneurs face, is being like having the right guidance, having the right um, structure, knowing what to do when they get started, because there are so many opportunities out there. And when we say online business, there are so many profitable online business out there, right? And people, when they get started, actually, they have that shiny object syndrome. So today they want to be a blogger, and then 2 weeks after they want to start an Amazon business, and
Early
then they want
change.
to do drop shipping, and then they want to sell their own things, and they want to sell wigs and stuff. So there are so many roads to take, and having a guidance and having and really being true to your vision and being true to something that really uh, not something that you have passion for, but something which is also able to bring in revenue. For me, it's definitely key. And that's something that, because you want to go into a business that you love, that you will be excited to wake up in the morning and work with. Otherwise, it's going to be a failure, right? Because every business requires you to work hard at the beginning, at least to get it up and running. So if you don't have patience for what you're doing, then it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
So you have to combine passion with something which is profitable, right? And that, when you have the mixture of both, then it makes the whole thing easier. What people struggle with is usually they want to go with the profitable thing, which does lead them on fire, and which and then they don't get where they want to be. And that's also what I try to do through my YouTube channel. I try to give advices to people that are looking to get started. Like, okay, this is what you should be looking out for, and this is the best road to take based on my experience, because I can only speak from what I've done, what has
Experience.
worked for me, right? So I give advice on my YouTube channel based on that, but I also, through my mentorship, I also work closely with my client and really help them to set up their business and get it to a point where it is profitable online. So yeah, so the right
And
guidance and really having a combination of passion and profitability.
yeah, and that's really important because I think for anyone who is trying to go online, and there's so many things, just like you said, there are so many things that you
Yeah.
don't really want to risk it and lose your money because you invested in the wrong products or the wrong things. And having somebody actually guide you into, this is how you should go about this thing is really crucial.
hmm
I have so many
Absolutely.
I have so many people around me that always ask me how what would you suggest me when it comes to online businesses. But my thing is that I'm not an expert in affiliate marketing. That's why I brought you in. But I've had to move online, totally online, just because life happened. So I had to move all my businesses online. They were already online, but they were 50% online, and then the other 50% was physical. So I've had
hmm
to learn how to actually merge everything online.
Yeah.
So right now, how many streams of income do you have if somebody's interested? Like, what type of area do you work in, and how many streams of income do you have?
Okay. Currently, I have 4 streams of income. all are built online. So these are the main ones, right? So I have an affiliate marketing business which I run. I'm an an affiliate marketer. I also have a digital marketing agency in which, so affiliate marketing business is really me helping people finding the right product to promote online as marketer, because that's one of the key to succeed in this industry, in the affiliate marketing industry. So that's the first stream of income for me. Then the second stream of income is digital marketing. So I have a digital marketing agency through which I work with companies and help them find leads, so quality prospect online, and have those leads contacting them, and so that they can end up selling more of their product, more of their offers. So I work with like established business owners which are looking to scale their business but who don't have any idea of what digital marketing is or how to properly implement digital marketing in their overall strategy. So that's going to be the second stream of income. Then the third stream of income is investing. So I'm heavily into forex investing, crypto, and all that good stuff. And then I have my business coaching stream of income as well, in which I work closely with people that are interested in starting from scratch, or people that have been in the industry for a while, but who have not seen any traction in their business. So they want to really take their business to the next level or start an online business, but they are unsure which road to take, which model works best for them. So I have it 8 week. Actually, I have a 3 month mentorship program in which I guide them through all the steps from beginning to becoming profitable. So from zero to hero, basically, when it comes to building their online business. So those are my 4 streams of income for them.
That's awesome. We have a question. How did you get your first clients? That's Mikoa asked the question.
Okay. My first client, actually, I got them leveraging email marketing. So I leveraged Facebook marketing to attract those prospects to me, because once you know what your client, what you are clear on what you're offering to your client, it becomes easier to find them, right? And once you find them, you can then place in front of them something that they will be likely to respond to. For example, if you are in the wig industry, you can maybe target women that of color and that are located in Houston, right? And you say, okay, if these are my target market, I can place it like this type of content in front of them for them to react and then reach out to me. So that's basically how I got my first client. I leverage Facebook marketing to
Okay.
get my first client.
So
Yeah.
for the people who needs coaching and they need help, what are some of the what is I mean, let me just put it this way. What is
Yeah.
one thing because that was one thing that I was talking to a friend of mine, and she said because she was also trying to do affiliate marketing. So what
Mhm.
is one thing that you feel like the common question or the common concern that people have when it comes to affiliate marketing?
Okay. Actually, there are two biggest ones, right?
Okay.
The first one is how to find quality prospect, how to find people that are interested in what I have to promote. That's the biggest thing, because if you don't have that ideal audience, it makes it a whole harder for you to sell whatever it is that you are promoting. So that's the biggest one. And the second one is, once I have them, how do I convert them into clients? Because sometimes you have the right prospect in front of you, but if you don't know how to speak to them in a way that compel them to buy from you, then they're gonna go somewhere else. So those are
Yeah.
basically the two main pain points that people that are in the industry struggle with, and which I also dive deeper. And really, that's really what my coaching is all about: really giving them answers to those questions and helping them build that business. Yeah, by
Okay.
finding clients and converting those clients. I mean, finding quality prospect, and converting those prospects into clients. Those are the biggest ones for sure. Yeah.
So let me ask you for advice because I'm really trying to go and think of questions that people had asked me. What advice would you give to those who wants to get started? I know you have a 3 months program, but
Mhm.
beside that, if somebody just want to, do you also do consultation? Do you do?
Yeah. I have 30-minute consultation call, which I also offer to people that are interested in having more clarity in terms of what to do, basically. So they can book a 30-minute consultation call with me. Yeah.
Okay, so what advice would you give to those? Because there are so many people who are trying to figure out where how to make extra income, and some people have already lost their jobs. So how can you advise them when it comes to what you do? Because this is an area where, for me personally, I will seek for advice, for guidance from somebody like you, because it's so easy
Mhm.
for people to go online and get lost because there are so many informations online. So for those
Absolutely.
people who want advice, what would you tell them?
Well, I'll tell them to first of all get really clear on something that really becomes really know themselves first, because not everyone is designed to be an entrepreneur, and that's something that people also have to understand. Entrepreneurship is, some people just, and especially what we do, because it's digital marketing, right? So we are selling digital product, which is not physical product. I've had people that I've worked with, and I just had the feeling that they were better selling physical things, which is okay, right? But you have to very understand which type of person you are and which type of entrepreneur you are as well. And once you feel like, okay, I'm comfortable selling things which are intangible, which I don't see, because that's just how the world is evolving. How you have to adapt. Now the digital marketing industry, the e-learning course is the biggest. The e-learning industry is the biggest one at the moment. People are spending more and more time on the internet, so people just have to shift their mentality and their vision in terms of what they can do in terms of their possibilities, right? So once that mindset shift is made, the next thing that I would advise someone to do is really go to someone who has walked the walk, and who not only talking the talk but really being in the trenches doing the work, because you can shortcut your path to success so much by learning from someone who has done it already. I know it for a fact. I've basically lost 1.5 year of my life and couple of thousands and more than $7,000 in things which didn't work out because I wanted to figure things out on my own. And that was probably the biggest mistake I've ever done. So I would definitely advise someone, if you want to do something, if you are clear on what you want to do, then go to someone who has been where you want to go and ask them for advice, ask them for help. It's going to save you years, money, frustration, overwhelm, sleepless night, and so much more. So yeah, that's it. I just also want to say that everything is figurable. So even if you're in a place in which you feel like you have no income coming, or you are in a place where you feel completely in the dark, there's always something better, right? When you hit rock bottom, the next level is just up. So have that as a motivation, and just um, rise just above your circumstances and look for ways to get out of wherever you are, because there's no place that is so dark that you cannot get out of. So that there's always something better coming after what you are going through at the moment. So even if you have lost your job and don't have money, or don't have enough money to pay the bills, just rise above that. Start small, look for small ways to start making money online, and then start building an online business. That's why I always say, you don't want to build a business out of desperation. You don't want to build a business with that energy of, oh my god, how am I going to pay the bills? How, oh my god, how am I going to eat at the end of the month? Right? You have to build in a place where in which you are calm, because it's also going to allow you to have more creativity in the process of building the whole thing. So ground yourself, be passionate, and find something which really lights yourself on fire, and go to someone who has done the work, who is doing the work, and which can guide you, fast track your path to success, and get you there faster. So those are my
That
advice.
was beautifully said, because I do believe that most people ask questions to the wrong people.
Yeah,
Let
exactly.
me repeat myself. Most people ask the right questions to the wrong people.
Yeah, so
And
true.
it's really amazing. I mean, it amazes me even up to today when somebody says, I was trying to do something, then I asked my mom.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just taking an example. Then I asked my mom, and my mom say it wasn't a good idea. And my
yeah,
question is usually, did your mom work in that industry? Does she understand that industry? So
yeah.
it's one of those things that, I just wish more people would go to people who are actually already on the ground doing the
Mm-hmm.
work.
Yeah.
That's why I don't call myself an expert when it comes to what you do. And that's why I have to have people like you, because you've been doing it for a while. You've been doing it
Mm-hmm.
even before you quit your, I mean, I wanted to say your 9 to 5 job, but technically your 9 to 10 p.m. job. Before you quit
It's
your main
crazy.
job, you were already working on it. So that's
Yeah,
key when it comes to, for all of you who are watching, and some of you who will be watching this video, just make sure you ask the right question to the right person, to the right people. Because
absolutely.
it's gonna save you a bunch of hours, time, money, everything. And you mentioned something again. Um you made a mistake and lost $7,000 on a
Yeah,
gym that
a
you
big
thought,
one.
yeah, on a gym
Mm-hmm.
that you thought was going to be working. And if you had an expert, you could have, saved that time and
Absolutely.
saved that money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those
Absolutely.
are some of the mistakes that people should not definitely make. So we have a question. Do you operate in particular regions or do you operate globally online? If global, how do you manage the different cultures?
All right. So I operate globally. I'm working with people based in different places in the world. How do I manage global different culture? That's an interesting one. Okay, so people that work for me. So I currently have a team of two people that are working IT basically, and the people that are based in area which I don't know if it made me bad to say where they are based because it feels like I'm exploiting. Anyway, the people that are based in Malaysia, so we communicate when there's something to be done. They help me with my social media things and stuff like that, and with everything which is designing and all that stuff which is not my strength, right? Because and that's also something that you have to do when you're an entrepreneur. You cannot do all everything on your own. Sometimes you have to delegate, and because if you want to do everything on your own, you become the bottleneck of the business. And so that's something which I had to learn, and I had to also learn the process of surrounding myself with people that can help me get where I want to be faster. And but now when it comes to my clients are based everywhere, and they're when it, the culture part is very easy to manage because you have the same goal, right? When you have the same goal and the same vision, they are there to make a business work. They are there to build their online business. They are there to make money online. And that's what drives them. And I'm there to coach them, to show them how to make it possible. So as long as we have that same vision that pull us, it becomes the culture doesn't matter anymore. We have the same goal and we stick to that, and that's what makes the whole thing. What makes the whole thing work. And so it's very easy to work with people working in Afghanistan, in the US, in UK, in Canada, in Germany, in Italy, all over the world, to be honest. And it doesn't really make a difference for me because, or to them, I feel, because we have the same goal and we are true to that vision. So it makes it easy.
Yeah. And then it's really online. I mean, this is an online business.
Absolutely. Everything is
So
digital now.
yeah, so it makes it easier to just, as long as you have internet connection, you're good to go, right?
Absolutely.
And what you do is not specifically it's not customized to a specific region, something that
No,
anybody can do. So
absolutely.
yeah, so do you have, I'm guessing since you're in Europe, maybe most of your customers are from Europe. That's I'm just asking.
Actually, no. Surprisingly, no. Most of my customers from the US. Yeah.
Oh wow.
80% of my customers are from the US, and then 10 in the UK, and then another 10 in Europe. So
Okay. Nothing from Africa. Just wanted to.
in Africa, it's not really digital
Yeah,
marketing is not there
we're not
yet.
there
Yeah,
yet.
we're
Yeah, we
gonna
still
bring it
have.
there. That's the
Yeah,
next
we still have.
challenge.
Yeah, thank you so much. In the 3 months course that you have, what is it that people should be expecting if they decide to go for that?
Mm. What they can get from the mentorship itself is clarity in terms of what they want to do, and clarity in terms of which business best suits them and which business is going to be the most profitable based on what they like. And then once we define that, I also walk them through how to build that successful online business, leveraging either affiliate marketing or digital marketing. And some of them, because it's close, but there's a couple of differences between affiliate marketing and digital marketing, which is a bit broader. So that's what we do. I build system. I have actually built system which I already built. So the process is very duplicatable. So they get systems which allow them to be up and running in a matter of a few short weeks. But they also get taught the skills because you cannot become an expert in this field if you don't have the skills, right? So I also work them through the skills that they need to learn, such as email marketing, social media marketing, content creation, which are all skills. If you're in the digital world, you need to have those skills, right? And also closing, how to close sales, be it on the phone, on email, on by chat, how to persuade people to do things that you want them to do in certain ways without being pushy, without being sleazy. So that's everything that which is covered. And by the end of the 3 months, they are profitable in their business. They have a business which is up and running and which is bringing in revenue. That's the process. So they
Wow.
live being
So
they are fully entrepreneur when they want that. It's not really information that which I give. I really give transformation. So you can go from zero to have money coming into your um, to your bank account if you do the work. Of course, there's work involved. It's not push of a button system which print money while you sleep. We build system. It takes work. It takes dedication. But once you put those commitment, dedication, resilience in, results follow because it's a proven blueprint. So and it's
Okay, so
working for
after
some of
the three
my
months,
students.
after the 3 months, they basically are able to launch the business.
After the 3 months, the business is launched and it is profitable. Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
we launch it
awesome.
together. Yeah, we launch it together. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. I actually didn't know that part. So they get trained, they get the knowledge, they get the skills, they get all the tools. And at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, they're building their own business. And after the
Exactly.
3 months, then they're already in business.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Wow.
true. That's right. That's right. Yeah. So like
Okay.
when we stop after 3 months, we can still work together occasionally, but they have something which they have the skills to keep it running, right? Because if you don't have the skills,
Yeah.
you then you then not, don't know how to move forward. So they have the skills, so that if they want, they can scale their business to the next level and even bring more revenue. Because once you have a process which is working, you just rinse and repeat and bring in more things. Yeah, that's
That's
what
awesome.
that's what the coaching is designed to do.
Yeah, that's really awesome. And I guess everything is going to be on your website. So, guys, if you want to check it out, just go on her website. She has a different link for her website, which I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste it on the comment section.
Mhm.
If you guys want to check it out, she also has a free training. A free training is wait, let me see. I'm trying to do many things at the same time. She also has a free training. So you should be able to see everything. So I'm gonna put the link. I just put the link on the comment on the chat box on the free training. If you guys want to just get an idea what she really does, and also her website is just her name.com.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, right? JolyTheMatch.com, find me
Yeah.
there.
And I think I had it on the screen. So
Yeah.
so it's gonna be, how do you spell your last name?
Tematio.
Tematio. Okay, so it's gonna
Tematio, yeah.
be julietematio.com.
Yeah,
So
correct.
thank you so much for being here, for making time. I
Oh,
know
thank you so much.
it was hectic in the beginning because
It
we
was.
were, yeah, we were trying to figure out this thing. But um the last question, I mean, it's not a question, but where can people find you? I'm guessing you're on social media. Oh, you also have a YouTube channel. So yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
absolutely. I'm on YouTube at Joly Tematio. You find me on YouTube. You also on Instagram and Facebook, the same Joly Tematio, and you find me very easily. It's the same handle for all my social media networks. So
Okay.
I'm easily
Awesome.
reachable. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you
And
so
shoot
much
me a
for
DM.
making.
Don't be shy. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm guessing many people are going to really tune in because it's really an era where all of us are lost. You know, whether you're
Yeah.
an online business owner or you're a physical business owner, all of us are
Hmm.
just, we trying to, because one thing with the online business is also some people may not even have the money to invest in it because they lost their job. So I
Hmm.
think in all parts, many people are just, we don't know what's the future is going to look like. So all of us are just trying to figure it out. But thank you so much for at least giving them that outlet if they want to go into, what you're doing. They want to get trained. Affiliate marketing is something that I'm just reading comments. Affiliate marketing is something that I've heard often, and people making a lot of money
Yeah.
quitting the job and just building their business online,
Yeah.
at home. And
Hmm.
I've always been, that was something that was actually, I was interested in before, but
Hmm.
10 years went by and I found myself, building my own businesses, and then life happened. So I never really had the patience or the time to even invest in it. So that's
Yeah.
why I wanted to have you as an expert. That was I mean, I'm just reading a comment from Tracy. That was so good to hear both of you. Thank you for sharing your own experience. Yes, thank you
Thank you,
for
Tracy.
sharing. Thank you for sharing your own experience. Guys, if you guys want to find out more about her, just click the link down below. I put all her information in the description down below. Her website, the free training, just so you can have an idea what she does. Thank
Yeah.
you again, and I hope I will see you next time, Jolie.
Thank you, Jenny. It was lovely. Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you to
Bye.
everyone who tuned in. Bye bye.
Yes, thank you to everyone. Bye.
Bye.